Hello world, I am Laura, and by the end of this video, you know what to do to become more mindful in your life, what kind of strategy you have to adapt into your life, and also I will announce you my new little online course to become really more mindful, to dive deeper into everything I'm saying right now. So, are you ready to become more mindful? I am. Let's dive into it. Okay, hi you. First, I will tell you 12 things I do in my daily life to really become more mindful. They helped me over the years incredibly, and they're so simple. They're so simple, really. Everybody can do them. And then also I tell you what and how to implement it, to really, what kind of strategy to implement so that you can really implement mindfulness in your life. Because knowing is something, right? Doing sustainably is the other thing. And you're here to integrate mindfulness in your life. So are you ready? Perfect. So a wonderful thing, easy task is every door you walk through from now on today, take the handle and be really, really mindful when you push it down and then open a door. Think about how many doors you enter every day. So many opportunities to become mindful right away. Beautiful. The next thing, when you wash your hands, take the soap and then turn off the water and just embrace how you clean your hands. Look at the soap, look at the bubbles, or not the bubbles, the foam, whatever you create there. Look at this. Breathe while you're doing that and just enjoy the moment, because mindfulness is all about being in the present moment. We're all about so worried about the past, the future. Oh my God, will the money I spend turn out right and whatever. And this is distracting you from the present. So center yourself by spending your attention on the present moment, by having your hands full of soap, for example. Perfect. And I said breathing. Maybe you kind of think about breathing while you think about mindfulness. Hopefully you do. If not, ta-da! When it comes to mindfulness, your breath is so important. I'm a yoga teacher as well. Check out my yoga videos and subscribe if you haven't by yet now. I think it was right. And breathing is a very, very important part in our yoga practice. And breathing is not just important in yoga, it's important in everyday life. You can tell from your breath where are you in life. If your breath is very shallow, you could be maybe in a fight, flight, or freeze response. If your breath is so long, for example, you could be unmotivated and bored. So your breath tells you a lot about yourself. So tune in and just also check, how am I breathing? Am I really breathing very fast, just in the chest or in the belly? Just make a check-in. Then I also said I'm a yoga teacher, so what is a good task to integrate mindfulness in your life? It's yoga. Woohoo! Who wouldn't thought about it? And just start doing yoga and embrace this incredible philosophy, lifestyle, where you really start becoming more and more yourself and being in the present moment. And also another thing I really enjoy to become mindful is journaling, because journaling is fern up from being on a computer. It's having paper and pen, it's writing down my thoughts. You can also write a story or whatever comes into your mind. So really become present. And while you do that, watch the pen gliding over your paper and be present. Think about what you're writing, think about your thoughts, bringing them on paper. So all of this just creates the moment of really, really being present, really, really being there. So you got it. Another thing I really like is just cooking and being there. I remember the last time I cooked so much pak choi, and there's always dirt in it, so I cut off the root and then I just clean with my hands the leaves, the big pak choi leaves, and I'm just so there when I'm doing that. So mindful cooking is a great way to really start becoming more mindful. And it doesn't have to be the entire time, from taking on that knife to finishing the meal, putting everything in the dishwasher. it can just be a part, because everybody's life is busy, right? So just take maybe a part where you say, when I cut the onions today, I'm very mindful and I embrace my crying, for example. And then after, you can also take, that's the next thing, be your eating point, that you say, okay, I'm really mindful with eating. And I took a course where we really embraced eating mindful by looking at your food, smelling at your food, using all your senses. And I can tell you, I never saw a beautiful banana like that. Never, like in my entire life. This banana was so beautiful. Yep, mindfulness can do that. When you are outside, walk mindfully. And the best thing to do that is actually take off your shoes. So wherever you are, and even if you are at home and be, let's say on your yoga mat, so you can integrate two things actually at the same time. Walk on your yoga mat, very, very mindful. I just did this the last time I taught my regular class here where I live, and it was incredible. Like when we spend our attention on how do we walk, that we roll on to our heel over the outside of the feet, coming then onto our toes, creating like this arch. It's incredible what it does with your system. And especially if you close your eyes, like turning off one sense, that's magical. And really grounds you in the present moment. Really, really powerful. What is one of my favorite things I actually do every morning is having my matcha mindfully in my bed. Like I always wake up earlier since years now, because I just need my time before I spend my time for anybody else. So my time in the morning is for me, because I'm the importance person in my life. So the time is offered for me. So I'm having my matcha and I'm just sitting in my bed and embracing the taste. I have just this one mug I always use for my matcha. And even making matcha with my matcha whisks is incredible. Sometimes I have like the electro whisks, and just embracing that moment. Because as I said, mindfulness is all about the now. And if we embrace that now, we create a beautiful life. And then one thing is, which is also very great, is mindfully brushing your teeth by just really spending time on like, how does it feel in my mouth? Like, where do I brush? Where do I clean? Up, down, round, circles, whatever. And then also please use floss and floss your teeth mindfully. Beautiful. And maybe, as you already acknowledged, you can do everything mindful. So what is it what you would like to do from now on more mindful in your day? Could also like actually typing an email, just being very careful with every letter you press on your computer, on your laptop, whatever you use. So options are wild. How willing are you to do the effort? And I promise you, it maybe seems first like very long and exhausting, but on the long run, you will earn the fruits. You will. There's this one thing I absolutely love doing mindfully, spending time on, making my nails. I can't tell you why, but I'm kind of like obsessed with the thought, with the task of making my nails, taking time for that, because I like watching a show. And I always pause actually the show to like put very mindfully my my base coat, and then my color, and then my top coat on it. And then every time I have like my one layer, I'm just sitting there watching my show again, being very present. Then I pause again and I put the next layer on. And this is for me the best way to come down, to be really present. So I'm looking like, okay, where do I go here? And then also enjoying this thing I created, beautiful nails. And I'm like, yes. And then I have also something what reminds me the entire time of like my mindfulness, because the action I did to become this result was based on mindfulness. So yeah, where is it? Or what task can you do in your life where you can do something mindfully, but you can also revisit the entire time? Make your nails maybe, or your hair, your makeup. And every time you look at it, you're just like, yes, I did this in a slowly way and I actually feel great. So continue. So, and now I told you, okay, I told you all of these things, ideas, what you can do now. Perfect, you got them now. But how to really implement this? I'm happy you asked, because it's really, really important. There's a certain strategy called RAC, R-A-C. And this one is so simple because it's reflect, accept, and change. So I believe before we change something, we have to accept it, and also we have to acknowledge it, recognize it, right? So you have to recognize, where are you in your mindfulness? You have to accept where you are, and then you have to constantly change it by reminding yourself, okay, I want to do this, I accept where I am right now, I accept where I want to be, and then I just brush my teeth very, very mindful. And this is important to implement your task with that strategy, because otherwise you just like start with something and you're just not really aware of why you even do that, and why should I? My life is busy anyway, I have so much responsibilities, whatever it is. So you just lost it, and that's not why you're here. Especially when you watched until now, you really want to become more mindful. If you want to become more mindful, I have like a little online course just for $50. I just want to help people to enter this path, becoming more mindful very easily. So if you're interested, everything is down below in the description box. And yeah, I hope you liked this video, you enjoyed, you had some ideas coming up, maybe how to implement more mindfulness in your life. Let me know, what you like to do mindfully. Maybe there's something where I'm like, oh my god, yeah, that's so cool. Let me know. And yeah, check out my meditations to become more mindful. Check out my yoga videos, and I will see you the next time. Thank you so much for being here. From my heart to yours. Namaste.